Welcome, Luminary. This is the High Hall of Angri-La. His Holiness awaits you within. They don't seem very buff to you. I think they're going for the monk kind of thing. There's a couple of them that seem a little...
once again to Angri-La,
I don't know.
Honored Luminary.
Out of place?
As I believe you know,
looking at the one on the right in particularly?
High Lama of this most sacred temple.
Why are beards allowed?
I am
Monks
to
aren't supposed to
address
have
you
any.
as Your Holiness, correct? Might I ask what you and your people know of my companion?
Why, everything, of course. We have awaited his coming ever since the day he entered this world, in the castle of Dundrasil.
Waiting for him? What do you mean?
I mean exactly what I say, nothing more. Tell me, do you recognize the symbol on this banner? It is the emblem of Dundrasil. Since the age of heroes, the princes of that nation have come here to train with us for 6 years of their youth. Your young friend was born a prince of Dundrasil. Thus did we expect him to come here as a boy and study under the great Grandmaster Pang. Sadly, that was not to be.
So if fate had been kinder, you would have spent a good part of your childhood here. What of his tutor, this Grandmaster Pang you speak of?
When the Lord of Shadows brought the world tree low, the Master set out to summon a magical mandala to protect the temple from destruction. The spell succeeded, but its power was too great. Grandmaster Pang did not return.
Okay, but I know she's
Noble
alive.
sacrifice, indeed.
Now that the Master is gone, it falls to me to guide you. Come to the field of discipline. It lies behind this hall. There is something you must see.
Small child.
It is a shame that the Grandmaster cannot be here. I would have liked to meet one so noble. Come, let us see what His Holiness has in store.
For months, Heliodor has laid siege to this temple, accusing us of harboring the Darkspawn. All this despite our ancient alliance with Dundrasil, the nation that was once their closest ally. No doubt their forces would have stormed the gates long ago were it not for their fear of the Grandmaster. Pang's powers were enough to hold an entire army at bay. Forgive me, it is a pleasure to meet you at last, Luminary. I only wish that Grandmaster Pang could have shared in our joy. The Grandmaster had awaited your coming more eagerly than any other. If only our beloved leader had not been taken from us. When the Lord of Shadows sent the World Tree crashing to the ground, Grandmaster Pang summoned a mighty magical mandala to keep this temple safe from harm. But the exertion was too great, the Master did not return. A life was given to save those of we disciples. We must make sure we put them to good use. It is my honor to serve as chief instructor of this temple. If Dundrasil had not fallen, I would have trained you as a child according to the instructions of Grandmaster Pang. No doubt you are eager to undertake the training that is your birthright, but first, pray, speak with His Holiness. He awaits you by the entrance to the field of discipline which stands behind the temple. Fear not, traveler, I plan to put my training to good use and protect all who seek shelter here from danger. If the worst should come to pass, I shall lay my very life on the line. My steely physique shall shield this temple from attack. Beyond this tunnel lies the field of discipline. Many would-be warriors have entered this sacred arena to train their bodies and their minds. Now, Luminary, it is your turn. Yeah, 1 second. Gotta check what's upstairs. My friend was chosen to be the new High Lama. Now he's the most important person in Angri-La after the Grandmaster, and everyone has to do what he says. Amazing, isn't it? He's only the same age as me, but we couldn't be more different. What's in here? Grandmaster's Chamber. Welcome, Luminary. This is the Grandmaster's Chamber. It is where Grandmaster Pang herself resided until that fateful day. It is also where you would have awoken each morning if you had come here when you were a child and trained with us as you were supposed to. Huh. Oh, look, books. Knowledge. Why is a child His Holiness? Hasn't quite been explained. They said that he's, like, the wisest one here, even if he is a little tiny kid. And everybody seems to trust him, so I don't know. There's a book of wisdom entitled The Sutra of Angri-La. The master teaches that man is the world and the world is man. To devote oneself to good deeds is to serve the world. To bring goodness into the world is to protect it. The master teaches that through suffering we learn of ease, that through sadness we learn of joy. To love mankind is thereby the world. This is our duty. Man is the world, goodness serves the world, learn good things from the bad, and thereby love the world. These are the wisdoms of Angri-La, realm beyond the clouds. These are the precepts by which we live. On the nature of the naughty stick. The Grandmasters of Angri-La wield a mighty weapon whose name echoes through the ages. I speak not of the wave-cutter's scimitar, nor of the staff of torn clouds. No, I speak of the naughty stick. The origins of this legendary tool of instruction can be traced back to the very founding of Angri-La. It is said that the stick itself chose the very first Grandmaster. Some believe that it was carved from a branch of Yggdrasil, and that even a dragon could not break it, though it tried with all its might. Of course, it is best known for its use in punishing young monks for lapses of focus. The pain it inflicts is rumored to be so severe that acolytes fear that their very souls have been spanked from their bodies. God, and Grandmaster Pang had 2 of them. Alright, I think we can head out to the field of discipline now. Speak with His Holiness, his baldness. The field of discipline doesn't look like it's much of an actual field. Don't worry, Fractious. I appreciate you stopping by in the first place. I really do. Thank you. Welcome, Prince of Dundrasil, to the field of discipline, where your ancestors trained to become mighty warriors and wise rulers. The High Lama awaits you within. Yes, I can see that.
Beyond those doors lies the field of discipline, where students of Angri-La strive for enlightenment. Before we tread upon this hallowed ground, let me tell you a little of our history, and of the luminary of legend himself, Erdwin. Before setting out to defeat the Dark One, Erdwin came to our temple to learn from the Wise Ones, who made their homes here even then. The first Grandmaster, i.e., accepted him as a disciple, and trained him in the secrets of spiritual realization. But he did not train alone. During his time here, he met someone who would change his fate forever.
Who was this person?
Another of Ai Yi's disciples, a young mage whose talent outshone that of all who had come before. A man named Morkant. Erdwin and Morkant would train together every day, each striving to outstrip the other. Though they were fierce rivals, they became firm friends. When their training was complete, Morkant joined with Erdwin in his quest to slay the Dark One. Without Morkant's magic, he might never have prevailed. Before setting out, they carved an inscription into this stone, a pledge of eternal friendship. It has been a treasure of ours ever since.
Morkant. I have not heard the name before.
Now allow me to show you to the field of discipline, if you would be so good as to follow me.
I'm telling you, Morkant and Mortigan are probably the same person. I'm calling it now. But what do you have to say? No, that's not useful. We two sworn companions, Erdwin and Morkant, do hereby pledge to lay low the Dark One, though it costs us our very lives. May this pact stand from now until eternity. Alright. Field of Discipline. Are you here to discipline me now?
Welcome to the field of discipline. Since the Age of Heroes, many a would-be warrior has spilt sweat and blood upon these flagstones. If your karma had been different, this is where you would have trained under Grandmaster Pang, like all the princes of Dundrasil before you. I have brought you here so that you might stand in the footsteps of your ancestors. An unbroken line leading all the way back to the Age of Heroes. Even your grandfather, Lord Robert, completed his training here. The memory of his achievements shall live long in the temple's memory.
Okay, why did you hesitate over the word
His
achievements?
achievements?
Pang was a harsh master. With this implement, disciples whose efforts were lacking were given motivation, directly to their fundament. It became known as the Naughty Stick. During the course of his 6 years of tuition, your grandfather's right honorable posterior was paddled an unprecedented 10,000 times. The tale of Lord Robert's road to enlightenment lives on to this day. Every disciple knows that he must focus at all times, lest he face the same fate.
Poor Rab.
A legendary achievement indeed.
You are worried for your grandfather, yes? Do not be. Lord Robert overcame every challenge set for him by the Grandmaster, and emerged stronger every time. The fall of the World Tree would not have been enough to extinguish one so resilient. He is alive. I sense it. Tonight there will be a modest feast in the High Hall to celebrate your long-awaited arrival. We would be greatly honored if you would join us. We may not be able to aid you as we would have done were Master Pang still with us, but in this respect at least, we can provide.
That night, the High Lama holds a banquet in Harold's honor. The long-suffering disciples are overjoyed to have an evening's respite from their training and eat, drink, and dance till the early hours. And then the morning comes.
Awake at last, hmm? It is high time we were on our way.
Yeah, but where are we going now?
If the Grandmaster was still alive, perhaps we might have learned something to help us in our fight against the Lord of Shadows. Sadly, it was not to be.
Good morning, Luminary. Did you enjoy last night's banquet? With the Grandmaster gone, there is little we of Angri-La can offer you apart from our hospitality. Please feel free to rest here as long as you'd like. Luminary, I trust you slept well last night. His Holiness awaits you outside. It seems he's keen to wish you luck on the next stage of your journey. He had said he intended to speak with you alone, but I hear raised voices coming from the other side of the door. What could be happening out there, I wonder? I don't know, let's go find out.
And the Hermit? What news of him?
Forgive us, Your Holiness. The monsters on the mountain path were too strong. We were unable to reach him.
I see.
Your Holiness, is there a problem?
Yes, Sir Hendrik. I fear there is. You see, 2 weeks ago a hermit visited us, unannounced. Then just as suddenly departed for the top of the mountain.
Hello? Whatever for?
That I do not know. The moment he heard that Master Pang had passed away, he ran from the temple. He was last seen climbing the path to the summit. The mountain has become infested with monsters, emboldened and strengthened by the rise of the Lord of Shadows. It is a perilous place indeed. This being so, I dispatched a group of disciples to return him to safety. As you can see, things did not go quite as planned.
It's because they all have hair. They would have been better if they were
I've trained all
bald.
my life for a moment such as this. and yet I have failed in my first true test. I have brought shame upon Angri-La.
Might we be able to offer some assistance?
I thank you for your kindness, but you are guests here. I cannot ask you to undertake such a dangerous task.
A knight of Heliodor does not abandon an innocent in need. These
Fortune
people have
favors
shown
the
us
bald.
great kindness. It is only right that we do them a kindness in return. Would you not agree?
But I
Thank
must.
you from the bottom of my heart, but I cannot allow you to bear this burden alone. I shall come with you.
Oh yes, little bald child
You
can
must
join
depart
us.
to the summit of Mount Pang Lai without delay. After exiting the temple, we will take the path to the east in order to begin our ascent.
I'm very worried about the Hermit. He had set out for the summit all alone. If we are to catch up with him, we must hurry. There's a cave to the east of here. We must pass through it in order to reach the summit. On Bald Mountain. Path to the top of the mountain lies to the east as you exit the temple. Be very wary. There are many fearsome creatures lying in wait there. Oh, I bet. But we got a small bald child with the naughty stick. How many quests are there for me to grab now? A chef near the church in Phenomenon. Student in the library at l'Académie. A monk near the church. God. Academy. Madame Labouche. God, there's a bunch of quests in the academy all of a sudden. Whether one emerges from battle in triumph or defeat depends not on one's skill, blah blah blah. You already told me this. Perhaps our teachings might aid you in our battles to come. Would you like to experience our training for yourself? Well, it's defeating a mighty monster using a certain pet power. Okay. Spirit of a true disciple. I sense that you have braved the battlefield countless times before and performed the dance of death with many a foul feat. For this trial, I would have you slay one of the boreal serpents that haunt the paths of Mount Pang Lai during the day and hide themselves away at night. They are fearsome foes indeed. And not only that, you must use the pet power Blaze of Glory before felling the fiend. This skill vastly increases one's attacking might at the expense of defense. It encourages one to eliminate all thoughts of defeat from one's mind and concentrate entirely on the offensive. Yeah, those academia nuts. That's supposed to be a pun on macadamia nuts? Is that what that was? Tisk. I give you like a C+ on that one. Okay. So I have to find these boreal serpents? What is this? A mysterious energy emerges from the seedling. It feels similar to the energy given off by Yggdrasil's roots, but nothing happens when I touch it. Okay. Are the boreal serpents like the big Chinese dragons that I've seen flying around? Alright, let me look at my powers. There was a place where I could go to see, yes, pet powers. Oh. Traveler's tips, no. Info? God, there's a ton of those to collect. Pet powers. Okay, Blaze of Glory. Harold and Hendrik. Okay. Kind of figured we'd be the two of them, but it's good to get the confirmation. Why, if it isn't the Luminary? His Holiness sent word that you would be coming. You are going to rescue the Hermit who went off to the top of the mountain, correct? Please be careful. It would not do for one as important as yourself to go missing too. I'll do my best not to go missing. I certainly will. Well, this looks big and ominous. This is a Carnabox. A Staff of Anti-Magic. No. This is a big open clearing, and I'm not going to attack by anything in here? What? Alright. Sure, why not? Do, 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 do. So now I need to work on getting both Harold and Hendrik pepped up. Oh, is the monk not going to help us? The little bald child isn't going to help us fight? Disappointing. This is another black dragon. That was a...
You shall not prevail!
Well...
Luminary!
Glad to be not dead. There we go.
Our triumph
That guy
was
is
never
tough.
in doubt.
Got some dragon hide though. Ooh, yes! I get to ride another dragon! God, he's just getting so many attacks in a row. Wait, why can you do this? Okay. Gotta make some ground, don't we? Looks like there's something way over here. Sorcerer's Ring. Alright, I guess we've already made it basically to the summit. I was hoping to save, but okay. Is this the Hermit? Is that Rab? Has he been, like, meditating there this whole time? So he's lost his weight? I think he has a similar hat, and he's got the mustache. He's got the bags, too. I think that that's Rab.
It seems we are too late. Is this the hermit we came in search of?
Unfortunately so. He was in deep meditation when he breathed his last. I am glad at least that he was prepared to meet his fate. But that posture, it is awful. Uniquely awful. I know it from somewhere.
It is Rab. I knew it.
Incredible! Issue 1 of the Ogler's Digest. And in mint condition.
Well, I did not quite expect that one out of Hendrik.
Indeed. It seems our friend here made his peace with the world before departing. This, at least, is some small solace.
He's gonna pocket it.
But this is one of the royal treasures of Dundrasil. Why would a lowly hermit have such a... By the skies! Can it really be?
Lord Robert!
Your grandfather was Master Pang's most fervent disciple. Can he have chosen to follow his mentor to the next life, perhaps?
No, he is still breathing.
What?
His spirit hovers in the place between life and death. It is only a matter of time before he passes the point of no return. But there may yet be a way to save him.
Gotta make up your mind,
If you were to follow
Kirby.
him into the void, you might be able to bring him back.
But how? Is this even possible?
The ancient teachings tell us that the summit of Mount Pang Lai stands at the crossroads between this world and the next. If you will permit me, I can perform an ancient rite that will send you to the place between worlds. But it is not a decision to be taken lightly. Once that place is entered, there is no guarantee of return. Well, will you take that chance? Will you visit the void and bring Lord Robert back to us?
Yeah.
Very well. I will prepare for the ritual. Tell me when you are ready, and we will begin.
I'll go save again, and then we're going in. Still got about 20 minutes left. Hopefully that's enough time to do this. I don't know. We're entering the void. Let's go.
It is time to depart for the place to which every soul must go, but from which few ever return. It is time to perform the rite.
What is this foolish dance? What manner of ritual is this?